Hello, and ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 7 of my Step Out, Step In podcast. Once again, thank you for tuning in to episode 7 of my weekly podcast, Step Out, Step In. Every Monday at 6 p.m., I'll be hosting this live Step Out, Step In podcast on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. To those of you who have subscribed to my YouTube page, I say thank you. If you haven't yet done so, please subscribe to my YouTube page. And don't forget to click on the notification bell so that anytime I post anything, you will be notified. Also, follow me on Facebook and LinkedIn. And you can also support me by clicking on the link which says buy me a coffee. I'm a coffee lover. I drink coffee and I love it. So, once again, welcome to episode 7. My name is David Joe. I'm a pastor, a person of faith, an author, a husband, a father to my wonderful biological and spiritual children, and a friend. And I want you to, this is episode 7. So please check out the other episodes on my YouTube page. And as I said earlier, subscribe, comment, and share. Episode 7 is your purpose. I want to talk about your purpose. Step out and step in to your purpose. And I want to begin by saying that and letting you know that I have good news for you. The good news is that you are not an accident. You were not a mistake or an experiment. You were created on purpose, for a purpose, and for His purpose. That is God's purpose. Yesterday ended last night, and today is a brand new day. Regardless of the good, the bad, and the ugly that we've experienced, you are still here. And that makes it amazing for you. So this evening, I want to encourage you, step out and step in to identifying, living, and fulfilling your purpose. Finding your purpose and fulfilling it is the key. What lies behind us and what lies ahead of us are the tiny matters compared to what lies within us. God had you planned even before your grandmother and your grandfather met, to make your father and your mother, and for your father and your mother to make you. As I said earlier, I'm a person of faith. So allow me to quote a few scriptures in Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1 and 2. It says that from the New King James Version, to everything there is a season, a time for every purpose under heaven. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to pluck what is planted. In this life, everything has a season. Seasons come and seasons go. As of this time that I'm recording this or I'm streaming this, we are in the season of winter. After a couple of months, the season is going to change. And we will be getting into spring. After spring, it's summer. After summer, we get into the fall. And you know, no season is permanent. In life, we have our lows and we have our down, we have our lows and we have our high moments or seasons. We have our lack and our excess seasons. And we have our good and our bad and ugly seasons. It is only a matter of time to go through a season. You know, purpose is the reason why a thing was made or created. God created you on purpose and for a purpose. Now, when you don't know your purpose in life, you become frustrated in life and you become frustrated with the time you have in life. And most often we take our frustrations on others, innocent people. Now, when you don't know your purpose, you don't value life anymore. When you don't know your purpose, that is when you keep asking, what am I doing on earth? You ask, why am I going through these challenges in moments? And he asks, why am I going to the same job that I don't like or I hate? And why are my bills becoming hills? You know, Michelangelo, or sometimes we call Michelangelo, he said, the greater danger for most of us lies not in setting our aim too high and falling short, but in setting our aim too low and achieving, and in setting our aim too low and achieving our mark. You know, I've come to realize that most people who commit suicide try to leave a note behind to explain the reason why they don't see it worth being alive. You know, there are some that commit slow suicide by abusing drugs and alcohol. They haven't found anything more important than the drugs and alcohol. Now, it is also said that when purpose of a thing is unknown, abuse is inevitable. Now, when you have purpose in life, it disciplines your behavior. It disciplines your behavior and the choices you make, as well as your habits. Purpose gives life meaning. And I want to share with you a few key steps or a few keys to step out and step in a purpose driven life. Number one, find purpose. You know, the only one that can tell the purpose of a thing that they created or invented is the inventor or the manufacturer. That is why when you purchase any new product, such as electronics or a vehicle, it comes with a user's manual or a quick reference guide, which they tell us that read it before you either assemble uh, the product or you operate the vehicle. This reminds me of this gentleman that went out to purchase a vehicle, and after the salesman had gone through with him and all that, they went on a test drive and all that. They came back, signed all the paperwork, got the vehicle on. But before he left the dealership, the salesperson told him that, hey, you got to read the manual before you start driving this car. I said, oh, never mind. I've been driving all my life, so there's no need reading the user's guide. It's I don't need to. So the salesman said, okay. So the gentleman drove off, and he was enjoying his vehicle and driving to, I mean, places, enjoying his new vehicle. And after a while, the vehicle stopped. tried to crank it. It wouldn't start. Out of frustration, he called the salesman and said, "Hey, the vehicle you sold to me, it's not good." He says, "Why?" He says, "It just stopped. I was just test driving and I was just enjoying my vehicle. All of a sudden, it came to a halt. It wouldn't start." He said, "I asked you to read the user's manual or the reference guide. Did you do it?" He said, "I don't need to do it." I said, "Okay, now tell me, where does the gauge, the fuel gauge shows?" It says it shows E. That means it's enough. It was empty, but to him, he saw the E and thought that is enough. You know. And that same gentleman, he later on he got gas, put it in the vehicle, drove up. He went home. In the night, he wanted to leave. Now he had been, I believe, the vehicle he was driving previously was a stick shift. So this time he had the automatic transmission vehicle. So at night, he wanted to leave. He started a car, put it on N, and it wouldn't move. He called the salesman again, that time of the night. Says, "The vehicle you sold to me only drives you on the daytime. How come it's not moving?" He said, "I asked you to read the user's guide." Say, where do you have the gear shift on? Say, "It's on N. N means night. D means day." you know. So the only way you can find or identify your purpose is to go to your creator. In Proverbs chapter 19 and verse 21, from the Message version, it says that we humans keep brainstorming options and plans, but God's purpose prevails. It says, but God's purpose prevails. Growing up, I had plans of becoming either a mechanical engineer or a pilot. And my grandfather, who was a pastor, also once told me that when I grow up, I'll become a pastor. To be honest with you, I hated it and I didn't pay no attention to it. In a way, I ignored it. But God has plans. God has, God knows the future even before we were born. And yes, sometimes life will take you on a detour in order for God to reroute you to identify your purpose. Working, making a living, paying bills, retiring, and taking a pension is not your purpose. There's something more to it. Not only should you identify your purpose, also maximize the use of your time. Now, when you identify your purpose, you don't have forever to fulfill it. How long you live is not as important or as how effective you live. Let me say it again. How long you live is not as important as how effective you live. There are some people that fulfill their purpose in life, but they died early. People like J.F. Kennedy and Martin Luther King. And because they fulfilled their purpose so early, history cannot, we cannot erase them from history. When we read through the scriptures, we know of a man called Methuselah. He was 969 years, and the only thing the Bible says about him was, and he died. He only accumulated age, and nothing was said about him other than his age, the accumulation of his age. This year, as well as the years ahead, be determined to use your time effectively, efficiently, and wisely. Don't waste time. I say this way, wasting time is also wasting life. Decide to choose friends that will help you to achieve your goals. Read books to acquire knowledge that will take you to your next destination or your next level. Phase a proper book. The BIBLE. Somebody said it's an acronym that means that basic instructions before leaving Earth. Phase a proper book and a real book, and let's stop wasting time on Facebook. Time is divided into days, is divided into weeks, months, and years. So we can live life in doses and bring closure to our past failures, disappointments, and successes. Number 3 is live your purpose. You know, purpose is the key to success. God has placed you. God has placed in you all you need to become what you intend to be. Within you is all you need to become what you want to be. You know, your reason for existence is on the inside of you according to God's word and according to the power in you. You know, your future is not ahead of you or with other people or the organizations we depend on. The future is all around you. You know, Second Peter chapter 1 and verse 3, it tells us that as his divine power has given to us all things. Now, the last time I checked the meaning of all, it meant all things that pertains to life and godliness. Through the knowledge, now the knowledge here is getting to know him personally and intimately. Getting to know God personally and intimately. Through the knowledge of him who called us by glory and virtue. You know, God will not let you become someone else. He did not create you to become a carbon copy or a duplicate. He custom made you. And anything that is custom made, you don't get the same kind somewhere else. He custom made you as an original with amazing gifts, talents, and abilities. He will help you to be you, so be you. You know, you are special. You are unique. And out of the 8 billion people on this earth, you are that special one and unique one and one of a kind that God made or has made. You know, so step out and step in to finding your purpose, to maximizing your time and living your purpose. In conclusion, you know, Les Brown says it this way. He says, imagine if you were on your deathbed and standing around you or standing around your bed are the ghosts to the ideas, the dreams, the abilities, the talents given to you by life. And that you, for whatever reason, you never acted on those ideas. You never pursued those dreams. You never used those talents. We never saw your leadership. You never used your voice. You never wrote that book. And you never started a business. And there they are standing next to you around your bed, looking at you with those big angry eyes saying to you, we came to you and only you could have given us life. Now we must die with you forever. Think about it. And this is the question I have for you. If you die today, God forbid that you die today, but if you die today, what ideas, what dreams, what abilities, what talents, what gifts will you die with still unwrapped in you? Step out and step in to identify, live, and fulfill your purpose. And that is a reason for your existence. Remember, the world needs you. The world needs your unique gift, talents, and abilities. Don't leave this world with all these gift, talents, and abilities, all these unique gifts still unwrapped inside you. Once again, I want to thank you for tuning in to my Step Out, Step In podcast. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube page. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube page. Um, Share and comment. Watch the space. And before I sign off, I'll be back in just a moment. All right, I'm back, and I just want to make a few mentions before I sign off. And I said in 2020, during the pandemic, I had the opportunity to write and self-publish my first book, which is currently on Amazon. So if you want a copy, you can please go to Amazon.com and get a copy. And once you get a copy, please get one for um, someone else, a loved one, a friend, or a frenemy. It never hurts. And so uh, so you can find a copy on Amazon. All right. I also want to personally invite you to be my special guest or our special guest this and every Sunday at All Nations Church, Virginia. We currently meet at 1449 Courthouse Road, Stafford. Virginia 22554 is a zip code. 2 p.m. every Sunday. So be my special guest. And when you're coming, please don't come alone. Invite somebody, come with someone, and let's have this wonderful and amazing time together. We are family oriented Bible believing church. And if you're within the Stafford, Fredericksburg, Quantico, Dumfries area, again, I want to personally invite you.
You may have lost a lot of physical things, but so long as you are alive, you haven't lost everything. When the battle chooses you, God fights for you. He is with you, and He will show Himself mighty. People may strip you of what you have, but so long as they have not stripped you of your life, there is still hope for you.
All right. Now, I also want to introduce my spiritual father, Dr. Franco Fosiopia. Um, he hosts this live event on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube and Facebook. On YouTube, it's Ambassador of Hope. On Facebook, it's Franco Fosiopia, the official. And these are teachings that are life changing and destiny shaping. I know people pay thousands of dollars to go listen to this that he's given to us for free. I want to personally also invite you. Subscribe to his YouTube page. Let's come on every Tuesday at 6 p.m. as he gives us these life changing and destiny shaping teachings. He tells us that this is not another church. Um, you know, and I believe that it will shape you in your spiritual life, your personal life, in your career, your business, your education, and many more. Again, subscribe to his YouTube page and share as we join him every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, so once again, thank you all for tuning in to my Step Out, Step In podcast, or if you might be watching the replay. Um, Again, every Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'll be coming your way. Please don't forget to subscribe. Follow me on Facebook and LinkedIn. And remember to share and comment and support by buying me a coffee. There's a link in there. that says buy me a coffee. $5 support to make this better. Let's connect on Mondays at 6 p.m. and watch the space. Until we meet again, same time next week, have a wonderful, amazing, fruitful, and a productive week. Goodbye.